Today, we decided that we were going to talk to you guys about random things that we wish we would have known when we were teenagers.
Date to marry, don't just date to date for fun. I promise you it will save you so much pain.
High school will not be the best 4 years of your life.
No, it will not.
The way everybody just puts this narrative on like, oh, high school is the best 4 years of your life, they're lying to you. It's okay to outgrow your friends.
1000%.
Because
that's a good one.
Sometimes you grow and your friends don't.
Hey guys, we are so excited to be restocking our Halloween themed slimes. We have Vampire Kiss, which is a red jelly slime and it smells just like sweet cherries. We have Witch's Brew, which is a green jelly cube slime and it has my favorite scent, Sweet Tarts. We have Graveyard Ghost, which is a blue jelly slime and it comes with a ghost clay piece. It smells just like vanilla marshmallows. And we have Monster Mash, which is my personal favorite. It is a gray and purple cloud slime and it smells just like poison berries. All of these slimes will be restocked October 24th, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Find them in the link down in the description or visit us at lolslimes.com.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the LOL podcast.
We're not LOLing, actually.
No, it is me and Kinsey and me, and that's all you're getting today.
Yep.
Sorry about it.
Yep.
Harper is sick, so she is not here today, but we are still filming for you guys, and this is not an LOL Girls episode whatsoever.
Even though we're girls and we're
Even though we are LOL Girls, this is not an LOL Girls episode because our other LOL Girl is not here and it is not official. It literally just happened to be that Harper is sick, Cash and Mev are sitting this one out, and it's literally just Kinsey and I.
Yep.
Today, we decided that we were going to talk to you guys about random things that we wish we would have known when we were teenagers, because in case you guys have forgotten, I'm no longer a teenage girl.
Boo.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm 21 now, so I don't classify as a teenage girl for some weird reason. But
I do remember the days, and man, I never want to go back. I am not envious of you or jealous of you if you are below the age of 19, because I never, ever, 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 ever want to do that part of life again.
You don't ever want to go back to like 19 years old?
No, heck no. No,
what
thank
happened
you.
at 19 that's so bad?
No, oh my gosh. Well, okay, well, this is irrelevant kind of, because I feel like 19 you're in college and it's kind of out of the range of junior high and high school. Yeah, but my freshman year of college, I will say I wouldn't change it for the world, but I will also say I never want to go back. It was my freshman year of college, and I had to move 7 hours away from home, horrible, to the amazing state of Oklahoma. Yeah, I'd never want to live there again. Sorry, Tara.
Aw.
But, yeah, no, freshman year of college was not it, because I was just so far away from home, and all of my friends that I made at college that year lived within an hour away from the college, so they'd go home every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So I was literally
You're just like left rotting.
Yeah, no, genuinely rotting in my dorm room. I'd wake up at 8 a.m., do some homework, take a little hike by myself because I didn't have Stella yet.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, so I literally would just stare at the white. Oh, also the dorm room walls, trash. They're just blank white. Like literally just stare at this wall with no pictures on it for 12 hours. That's what I did every Saturday.
Yeah,
it was a
that's
rough
bad.
time.
I mean, when I was 19, which is like
you were married.
Yeah, not the age that we were really trying to talk about this episode, but when I was 19, I was literally just like married. We had did we just move into this house? I don't know. Yeah, we moved into the house. Yeah, we moved into this house when I was 18.
You've had this house for 3 years now.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. We got it a few months after I turned 18, which is insane. So I was 19. It wasn't like a casual like freshman year in college type of 19.
You're a full-grown woman married with a house
I was
type of
like
19.
paying bills and living life and filing taxes like crazy. I don't even know. I think 19-year-olds like file taxes and stuff. I was just like meeting with the accountant and stuff though, and I was like, I got all these books of just things and I don't understand it, and it was just weird. It was weird to do when you're 19 when you know that like that's not what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
And it was really confusing because it was like I couldn't relate to anybody about it. I literally just had like Cash and Mav, who had been in it for years, which is like, yeah. So anyways, I was just in a very different stage of life at the age of 19.
Y'all, Kate's 21, but her mindset is 25 for sure. I would have never guessed when I walked in the room with her for the first time that she was only 20.
I was 19
when I met you.
Yeah,
You were.
I was 19.
Because I remember on your 20th birthday, I gave you that sweatshirt because I knew you liked Taylor Swift, and it was like in my 20s era or something like that.
Oh, that was so depressing. It was my first
my first gift to Kate was
No,
depressing.
it was really cute. It was
This
like in my
mic is
20s.
shifting.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. I got it.
Anyways, now that I am no longer a teenage girl, I can officially say these are things I wish I knew as a teenage girl.
Yes.
And I know that a lot of you guys watching are either preteens or teenage girls, or maybe you're even in your 20s. I don't know. But wherever you are, these are things that we wish we knew when we were like your age. So.
And they're very specific. At least mine are the one because I wrote down some. They're
kinda-
very specific to me. So
I have a couple of like niche ones in there that are like, it's like, okay, well that only happened to you. But if I could go back and tell my 15-year-old self this, I would.
Yes.
Okay, start us off.
Okay, just random. Don't shave your arms. That's what I would tell myself.
Liar!
No, that's the truth because I feel like it made my arm hair grow back so much hairier, and I'm just like, I'm literally a gorilla.
I never stopped.
Okay, well, Kate loves shaving her arms, so if you've already started, then you're on the path to be like
No.
Kate, but don't start and then stop, because that's what I did, and you know what?
Why don't you just start
screw
shaving
it.
your arms again?
That's just so much work. Do you know, I shaved my legs this morning. It took me 30 minutes to shave one leg.
What? No.
It did.
Yeah.
We're starting off strong, guys. Our TV is not actually
No.
on, but we're gonna get it there.
We don't
Just
usually
wait.
do this part.
Oh, the pink one.
Yeah. Anyways, what's it called? It took you 30 minutes.
It took me 30 minutes to shave one leg.
That's highly concerning.
Maybe I just grow more hair on my legs than the average
No.
girl, but it took forever.
How often do you shave your legs?
Once a week.
What?
How often do you shave your legs?
Well, I got laser treatment, so probably like
I
once
got
every
laser treatment, so just kidding.
probably like once every like 2.5 weeks.
Did laser hurt?
Um,
Not that the 12-year-olds want to know that, but I want to know.
in some places, yes.
Oh no.
But on my legs and stuff, it was fine. But like, if you start doing like the bikini and stuff, say a prayer.
it hurts.
I had to watch TV when she was doing it because it hurt so bad. And it was like I had to distract myself.
Wait, did you cry?
No, I never cried. I had numbing cream on, so like I would like
Numbing cream?
yeah, which was,
You're going in to have a baby, basically, is what you just said.
yeah, no, numbing cream on that is a strange thing because afterwards everything is like still numb and like I have to pee. One time I was like, it was like one of the first times I went, I was like, man, I really have to pee, and like I could feel that I had to pee because it was my bladder. I literally just started like peeing my pants because I couldn't feel anything. And it was like
Alex is gonna have to listen to this whole episode. I'm so happy. Poor Alex.
Is it good? No, I'm good. Yeah. So yeah, Alex is listening behind the camera to all of the juicy details, and I can assure you that Cash or Mav or Pape or Chase or any of the other guys, Michael might watch this. Some of the other
Michael,
guys
the editor, is
gonna
gonna have to watch this.
Yeah,
so
sorry about that, buddy.
Congratulations, Michael.
Anyways, yeah, I like was like peeing my pants, and I was like, this is weird. Like, what is happening? And I went to the bathroom, and I literally just peed my pants because I was like numb. But it was the weirdest thing ever, and I now know that as soon as I'm done with laser, I have to go to the bathroom or I'm gonna pee my pants.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's weird to like have.
Wait, so
yourself
how
numbed
often
like
do you
that.
shave your legs in?
Probably like once every 2.5 weeks.
Every 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, like I just shaved this morning for the first time in a long time.
Is laser expensive?
It's not very cheap.
Oh, shoot. Is it
Yeah,
worth it?
It's definitely worth it. I really like it.
2.5 weeks?
Yeah, and it's but
My
I also-
life would be changed forever.
Yeah, it's weird though. Like you have to laser treatment is weird because you have to like go. Like you go for your sessions like once every 6 to 8 weeks. You can't be in the sun while you're doing it. So like if you have laser treatment, you can't like go sunbathe or anything. So like if you're doing it, you should do it during the wintertime.
Oh.
And then also even like if you get it and you do it for like a whole year or whatever, you still have to go back for like touch-ups like once every 6 months to a year.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Easy. I wonder if you can do it on your head or if that's like something will mess up your brain.
I don't know. It's literally like zapping. I don't even know. It's crazy. It honestly probably like can't be good for your internal health, but it's good for your leg hair.
I'm just thinking of all the bald dads out there, how they could really
They would
benefit
kill.
from that. Sometimes I feel bad for Pape because he'll come over and he still has like stubble on his head. Pape is our friend who's bald, by the way. And he'll have stubble on his head. And I know that just hurts his head when he's like shaving because you can't see the back of your head. You're just.
Oh, he like sliced his head one time a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you were here for that.
No.
Cash sent me a video. He literally, I'm not even joking, like skinned his head. There was like
and head injuries bleed really bad.
Yeah. He was bleeding bad. It was blood everywhere. Horrible.
Hey, whatever you do, don't skip. Hold on, I know I'm interrupting, but just give me a second, okay? I have very important news. We are still on tour, and we're going to Oklahoma City, Dallas, Houston, and then we are going overseas, baby, to Australia. And we are going to Melbourne and Sydney, and then we're going to London, Manchester, Ireland. If you guys live in any of these cities or you want to come to any of these shows, go to thelolpodcast.net and go get your tickets. Peace.
Imagine you're just oh my gosh.
And then I felt so bad because after a couple days it had like scabbed over and I hit him in the head with the pool noodle.
And it opened it back. Kate. No, you know when you're shaving in the shower and you accidentally cut yourself?
Yes, and it just bleeds forever.
Bleeds everywhere.
It
because
doesn't stop.
Yeah, because the hot water makes makes your blood thinner, run faster.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Seems legit. I don't know. But anyways, if your head injury is bleeding so much, but you're in the shower when you shave your head, you're going to look like you just got murdered.
Yeah.
Imagine Paige just walking out the shower with just blood.
Not a good
all
look.
over his
It's
head.
not a good look.
Oh my gosh, that is
but
insane.
yeah,
Oh, on the topic of shaving though, one other thing, since we're talking about like cutting yourself with the razor for shaving, be careful around your ankles and your kneecaps. I cannot tell you I'm so serious. This is not a joke. It just came in my head. The amount of times
I probably have scars. Yeah, I got scars on my ankles and stuff from
the girls need to know this because nobody told me.
You want to know what? Another thing. Don't be using the women's razors. You buy a razor from the men's section
That's
only.
so true.
Like
so
those
true.
razors, for some reason, they like the people that are designing women's razors like don't have the concept of like, oh, I should make it like the man's because men's razors are like designed for their face. So they like form and just like move on their face a lot better because it's used to like the curves and stuff and it's going to be like way more gentle as opposed to the women's razors. Those things are they hurt. And they're like, don't be fooled by the pink and purple colors. Like just go get the man razor. It'll be worth it.
Well, my mom, the first time I shaved, she just handed me the razor and was like, all right, just shave your legs just like this. And she showed me like one little patch on my leg and she was like, have at it. And then I took a shower. I came out bleeding everywhere.
What?
The back of my knees, because I didn't straighten my leg out to where the back of your knee is flat. I had it bent. And so these tendons right here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I didn't cut my leg off. It was horrible.
No, my first time shaving my legs, I remember I was in the 7th grade locker room. And I had never shaven my legs before.
You shaved for the first time in the locker room?
No.
Oh,
This is what
okay.
led me to having to start shaving.
Oh, okay.
So I was in the locker room, and this girl, like, I'm like just like getting changed, and I'm like tying my shoe, and she's like, she was like, girl, your leg. I was like, what about it? And she's like, it's so hairy, and I was like, okay. That's my cue.
So
and I'd like
you
been,
started
like,
shaving in 7th grade then?
yeah, but I remember asking, I was like, oh yeah, like I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh yeah, like I kept like accidentally nicking myself. So my mom took my razor away. I like lied to her because I was so embarrassed that she'd called me out like that. And she was like, you need to get that thing back. And I was like, dang, okay. Like if you notice, if it's that bad, like I got to do something about this. So I went home and like I told my mom and she went and got me like my first razor. And I remember asking another girl in the locker room and I was like, so just like out of curiosity, like I shave my legs all the time, but like how do you shave your legs?
Oh, you had to ask a friend.
I was like, I had no clue. I wasn't even like super close to this girl, and she's like, oh yeah, like I like just run a bath and I sit down in the bathtub and I do it, and I'm like, okay, I'm like taking notes, and I went home and I did exactly what she said. I went and I
sat down in the bath.
I ran a bath. I sat down in the bathtub. I went really slowly, and it went great.
I decided I can't shave sitting down in the bath water anymore.
Why?
Because I used to do that, and it is so much easier to do it that way. But I realized one time, and maybe I shouldn't tell you this because now you're going to think about it.
What?
I was sitting down in the water, shaving my legs, doing my thing. And then I get out because I'm done taking my bath. And I get dressed and everything and undo the little, what is it?
The plug?
The plug, yeah, to let the water down the drain. And maybe I just hadn't shaved my legs recently because there was hair all over the bathtub. And I was like, this is disgusting. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, I was sitting in that.
Oh.
In like hairy water.
No. Wait, pause. I never take a bath without taking a shower right after. You have to take a shower right after.
Well,
You got Harry water all over you?
Harry water. And I have not done that since.
No.
I will run the bath water and then plug the stopper and sit on the edge of the bathtub.
Oh yeah,
I'll do
that's
that.
a little bit better. Yeah. But yeah, my tip for shaving is make sure you buy the men's razors and exfoliate your legs. You know, like little sugar
I was
scrubs.
just about to say that.
Like the little sugar scrubs make such a difference when you exfoliate your legs.
I started shaving my legs in 5th grade, and for whatever reason, I didn't start shaving my underarms until 7th grade. But I was cheering in 7th grade. That's when I started cheer. And I would have like the tank tops on.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to shave my underarms, and I also didn't exfoliate, so I would get super bad razor burn and tons of bumps under my arms, and I was always so embarrassed. And I'd be in cheer, and I'd have to raise my arms, and I'd be like, and I would get in trouble, and they'd be like, raise your arms. I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah,
because
you had like razor burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I don't even know like what causes razor burn, but exfoliating helps. And there's also this one product specifically that's really good for razor burn. It's a little bit expensive, but it's by First Aid Beauty. It's just like literally like a skincare brand. I love their stuff, but they have a body like exfoliating scrub that is so like almost aggressive on your skin, but it really helps prevent like razor burn. And it's always been like, I always use it. It's expensive, but I really like it.
There's this stuff. This is not for razor burn. This is for like ingrown hairs and bumps. Yeah. It's called fur oil, and it's basically just an oil you put on your skin, and it keeps your hair follicles from, I guess, getting clogged and causing little bumps. But
yeah. I've never heard of that. Yeah, no, I don't know. I started shaving my arms though too, because there was one of my friends was like, oh yeah, like you don't shave your arms, and I was like, heck yeah, I do. Now
peer pressure got Kate.
I wasn't even peer pressured. I was just like, what is the crowd doing? Like, and so I started shaving my arms, and I have not stopped since.
Do you like shaving your arms?
I mean, I'm not sitting in the shower like this is a fun time, but
you like the way you're like, I like the way my legs feel after I shave my legs.
Yeah, no, like it's really nice, and I don't know, I just like that. It's like smooth.
Wait, did you get laser on your arms too?
No, so my arms, I probably have to shave that about like after about a week. The hair is like really grown back, and so it's like okay, I can shave, but I usually probably do about every week and a half for my arms. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Good to know.
Good to know.
She's like me in the locker room when I first found out about it. She's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna write this down.
I will not fall to the peer pressure. I cannot shave my arms because I will cry in the shower if I have to spend an hour in there.
Ugh, yeah, no, I wouldn't do it if it took me that long. I just go like, which you should not do this, but when I shave, I just like, if this is the razor head, I go like.
Oh, you go back and forth?
You like put it on the skin, and you just go back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, I definitely don't do that.
Yeah, it's not really. It like definitely if you're not careful, it'll cause you to like nick yourself a lot more. So I don't recommend doing that. But I do it because it's quicker and more time efficient.
What's something you put on your list that you'd want to tell your teenage self?
I got a list of things. Let's see.
Wait, how many did you put down? I put quite a bit too.
I had a lot of things.
I got some seriously random things in here too.
Oh. High school will not be the best 4 years of your life.
No, it will not.
It's actually so crazy. I remember sitting in bed in 8th grade before going into high school, and I was stalking all of the girls that I knew were already at the high school I was going to. I was like going through their Instagram, and like they just looked like they were having so much fun at football games and getting their driver's license and like at parties and stuff. I was like, wow, like this is about to be so fun. It wasn't.
No.
It was like so unfun. And like that's just like what, like obviously everyone's experience is different, but like the way everybody just puts this narrative on like, oh, high school is the best 4 years of your life, they're lying to you.
Yeah. Well, I think regardless of like what your experience was, because for somebody who like hates high school and they're currently in it and they feel like they have no friends and they're miserable, if that is your experience, it will get better outside of high school. And it's mainly because I think like you're going to the same school with the same people every single day for 4 years. You're not meeting
anyone new.
Yeah, and when you get out of high school, you have the ability to go to clubs and things like that are interesting to you. Like I enjoyed dancing.
Yeah.
So whenever I got out of high school, I was able to go to dance halls and meet friends that enjoyed doing the same things that I did. And inherently, it was just
you're like when you find people that like the same things as you. Like if you're like in sports, you're gonna be friends with the people that are in the same sport as you. You know, like. But when you just are going to the same place every single day, you're never meeting anyone new. And a lot of these people, it's like you've grown up with your whole life.
Yeah.
So like you already have your opinion on them. You know who they are. They know who you are. And it's like there's no point in like trying to go be friends with this person.
It's hard to restart.
Yeah, it's like I've known you for the last 10 years of my life and I don't care to be friends with you now.
Then you have nowhere else to go, no one else to talk to.
Yeah, I'm like,
but
well,
I'd say like how no matter what your experience is, so if that first option that I said is your experience, like it's gonna get better. But then also if you have the experience of like, oh, I have tons of friends, like I don't really have drama with people, like life is great in high school.
congratulations.
Good for you. But also it's going to be 10 times better when you get out of high school.
Yeah.
At least in my experience.
Yeah.
Like I was fortunate enough, I had a lot of good friends in high school and I didn't necessarily think I had drama with anybody.
Specifically, like my first year, my freshman year of high school, literally was the most miserable year of my entire life. You could not pay me $300 million to go back and relive my freshman year of high school. And actually, Alex can contest because there was one night me and Alex were out.
You and Alex?
Me and Alex are like that, you know, like we've been like hanging since the beginning. No, so there was one night, I remember, this is so crazy. He's laughing so hard behind the camera. So I was at my best friend's house, Haley, and Alex was there because Alex and Haley are cousins. And that was how I originally met Alex. The same way I met Cash, because Cash and Alex are cousins. You guys are getting the whole family tree right now. And so Alex is at Haley's house, and we, all three of us, are in the backyard just sitting out by the pool the whole night. Our feet are in the water, shriveling up. Like, we watched, I'm not even joking, we went out to see, because there's like a, what's it called when a bunch of shooting stars are happening?
A meteor shower.
Yeah, we went outside and a meteor shower was happening, and we were like, wow, like we didn't know a meteor shower was happening. But we were like, wow, like we should come outside more often. Like there's a lot of
we should be there. Wow,
there's a lot of shooting stars. Like it was so crazy. We were like, I've never seen a shooting star, and then all of a sudden we saw like 30. And so we were like, this is great. So we stayed outside all night till the sun rised. And I trauma dumped on Alex. I was like,
only Alex?
Well, Haley already knew everything.
Oh, Haley was there. So you were like, Alex, I have to tell you every single horrible thing Cash has ever done.
You must know what's going wrong at school right now.
Wait, and what was Alex's response? Me knowing Alex, I would think he just sat there and was like, yep.
That's basically it. That's basically it. He sat there and he was just like not a therapist whatsoever, but a listening ear. Probably not even listening. He probably started blocking me out, was thinking about who knows what. But I
was like, why am I here?
I started talking. I was like telling him everything that was wrong in school. And then I was like, so what do you know about Cash? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, listen, I know, because by this point, Cash and I had like our on and off relationship that we were in deep. I was like, tell me everything. And he was like, I was like, he's kissing other girls. And Alex is like, isn't he? I know he is. And Alex is like, I mean, I know he really likes you.
No, Alex is the friend who's like really here for the drama. I feel like he wants to listen to and know everything, but he's not saying a word about anything.
No, he knows everything about everyone, but you know nothing about him.
That's so
and
true.
So,
should we have Alex on the girl pod and ask him about his life? That would be crazy. Wait, we just go downstairs and see Cash and Mav, and we're like, we know everything about Alex.
No, but I remember I was just like begging Alex. I was like, please just like tell me anything you know about Cash. And he was like, I mean, like he was like loyal to Cash. He wasn't like admitting Cash had been like making out with a bunch of girls. But he basically was like, I know Cash really likes you. Aside from everything else he's doing, I know he really likes you. And I was like, okay, all right. If Alex says so, like he really likes
Alex
me.
says so.
And so, I don't know. It was just like I hated freshman year, and for some reason, freshman year made me think of that night. And
that is the night that defined freshman year for you. Sitting in the pool with shrivelly toes with Alex.
Just like tell your cousin to love me back, please. That was literally where I got.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But that also is another thing, is like in school, like I didn't talk to anybody new. But when I got outside of school, like I'd never like really met Alex, but like I talked to him that night and I was like, this guy's really cool. Like I should talk to new people more often. And
Wait, you talking about Alex?
Yeah, because I like
This
never.
guy is really cool.
I was like, yeah, like a man of few words, but like he's really cool, you know. And I was
He
like,
probably said 3 words in 2 hours. You're like, man, I love Alex.
I was a big fan of whatever was happening that night. And
Meanwhile, Alex is like, man, I really would get up, but my toes are too shriveled. I can't move.
but yeah, it was a crazy night, but it made me think. I was like, I should talk to like new people more often, because like, who am I going to be friends with that I, you know, if I don't talk to them? And like, obviously I didn't go talk to new people, but I should have, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of like find friends in like unlikely places, you know? Like,
That's
I don't know.
so true.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
It is true.
Yeah. What's
This
your
is
next one?
completely off the topic of what you said. I do have some about boys in here, but those are towards the end. We'll save those for later. This one, very niche to me. It might not be true for everybody, but for me specifically, I put, don't start highlighting or putting any dye in your hair until you can pay for it yourself consistently.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Consistently is the key word here, because I would bleach my hair. I'd have like highlights, and then I would go like a year without it, and they'd be halfway down my
It'd
head.
be like literally such a hard cut of like half black, half yellow.
Yes, it wasn't like, I guess, I don't know if they just couldn't do it back then, but now you can do like balayage and ombre or whatever.
With a box dye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a box dye.
Oh.
You can do balayage with a box dye?
Yeah, they have like this one that's like a shower cap basically with a bunch of tiny holes, and you pull the hair through it.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
and it's like
yeah.
highlights or something.
Well, I didn't think that through. So I literally did it all the way to the root. And I don't know why anyone in my life who loved me let me walk around like this, but it was literally like my natural hair color, big line, bleach blonde.
Yeah.
And it was rough. It was a rough time, but it's fine.
No,
Actually, I
box
remember
dye is not your
specifically
friend.
the first person to tell me, like, hey, Kinsey, are you going to fix that? I remember
Was
it
it your
so
sister?
vividly. No,
Oh.
which makes it worse. If it was like my sister or my mom or somebody, it would be like, okay, well, you noticed first and nobody else probably really cares.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in this Mexican restaurant in my hometown, and this lady walks in who's a teacher, and she works with my mom, and she just walks up and is like talking to our family at the Mexican restaurant. She puts her hands on my shoulder and she's like, Kinsey, your hair is really growing out. And I was like, yeah. And I thought she was talking about how long it was getting. I was like, yeah, it's getting pretty long. And she was like, yeah, are you gonna like fix the color? Cause it's like 2 different colors right now. And she was being kind. I was just like, how dare you?
Like,
And so-
it's like, that's crazy. That's not something you should say.
no, seriously. But I mean, at least she loved me enough to tell me, I guess. But later on, I went back home and I was like, I gotta fix
I gotta
this.
do something.
Yeah. So since
Yeah.
that day, I was like, never again will I get like just straight bleach
No,
hair.
box dye is not your friend. It's
No.
not your friend when you have to do it once every like 4 weeks because your roots are coming in. Like,
Yeah.
it'll kill your hair. I definitely.
Not ideal.
Your natural hair is always going to look better than a box dye.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, ugh.
Use color and highlight to enhance your hair, not
Yeah.
to change it completely.
Yeah, don't. It's
Right, Alex?
Yeah, yeah. His
Alex
hair-
said he has the same issue. He
dyed
dyed
his
just
hair.
the top of his head red. I think we showed that in a episode
Yeah.
prior, but
It's crazy.
Insane.
Oh, another thing that I wish something. Okay, this is like specifically something I wish I knew. Which there's a lot of things I wish I knew before I like fell in love when I was 14 years old. But there's one thing specifically is just like. Which I would say the average 14-year-old is not thinking about. And by this point, like, I had already met Cash and stuff, and like I knew I liked him. But we weren't like dating or anything, and like we were kind of talking, kind of not, whatever. But if I could go back and talk to 13, 14-year-old Kate, I would tell her, like, even if Cash is not your husband,
Yeah.
you need to behave and act like you are going to find a husband one day, and you don't want to have just this like history of just like talking to all these guys or
Yeah.
like kissing just random guys for fun, because one day you're going to find your husband, like a man that actually loves you. And it's just like, now you just have this like history of all these guys you talk to and kiss and like you have no real connection with, and like it literally means nothing to you, but you just like have this history of all these guys. And it's just like, I wish I could tell my 14-year-old self like don't even waste your time with them. Like,
No, yeah.
because I know when you are 14 years old, because I was once 14 years old, you know that the guy you're kind of flirting with or the guy you're dating you're not going to marry him. You know it's not going to work out. You know you're not going to graduate high school, get married, and live happily ever after. With Cash, I knew I was. But all of the other guys, I was like, no, it would never work out. Like, there's something wrong with every single one of them. He's too mean. He's too judgmental. He doesn't like me enough. He doesn't appreciate me enough. Whatever it was, I knew deep in my heart that I was not going to end up with any of those guys in the long run. And I wish I would have just told myself to, like, use my brain. Like, I knew then.
Yeah.
I just was, like, ignoring that.
No, I wrote something similar down to that. It sounds so cliche, but date to marry. Don't just date to date for fun.
We sound so like, I know
it
we
does
sound so
old.
We sound so old saying this,
but I promise you, it will save you so much pain,
heartbreak.
Even
too.
with
It's just
so
like
unserious relationships.
the drama oh my gosh, the drama that comes with just like an unnecessary like relationship in your freshman year of high school or whatever it is.
Even sooner than that, like the ones which like your mom like takes you on a little date. Like I think I went on my first little date, which was not even a date. It was like a football game.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a date, but was probably in 7th grade. And even though that was so unserious and obviously we weren't like a real boyfriend and girlfriend, and I didn't get hurt in the situation, but I think that guy did.
Yeah.
I think it genuinely like hurt his feelings, and it's just not fun. Like, don't date unless you're in the position to be like, you know what? I could potentially
Get
marry
super
this
serious
person.
and be like, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like you always kind of have this like gut feeling, especially when you're that young. It's like, I'm dating this person, but there's a number of things wrong with them. But I feel like so many just like young teenage girls fall into this mindset of, oh, well, he's giving me attention right now. He likes me right now. I want this attention, so I'm just going to accept it, even though it's not up to my standard of what I actually deserve.
Yes, I wrote that down too. I literally wrote word for word, trust your intuition when it comes to guys. Because I'd say the first real boyfriend I had, in my head, I told myself for like months leading up to him asking me out, I was like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. This guy is bad news. And I told myself over and over and over again. And then I just got not wooed over, but I fell into the trap of, oh yeah, but like he makes me feel special because he wants me.
Because it's like when nobody else is giving you that sort of attention, you're like, wow, like I am special. He makes me feel good. And like,
you want to feel wanted.
Yeah, I know you do, but don't let the loser in your
don't
math
let the
class
loser have your heart.
that's flunking and is literally copying off of you be the one to give you that special attention.
Oh, is that the person you has someone special in
Actually,
mind?
no. And you know what? There's a roles where there's like a what's it called? Like a flipped situation almost, like the same thing just flipped. Okay. There was this guy when I was in like, I was probably like 13. And when I met him, he was so kind. He was the nicest kid ever. He was so sweet. Like, I remember something that like meant so much to me when I was probably 12, I think, was on the last day of school. He came and he found me and he was like, I just wanted to give you a hug because I know I'm not going to see you all summer. Aww. And it was like the first time like a guy had ever done anything like that to me. And like, he was so nice and it was like, oh my gosh, like this is so intentional. And at the time, like Cash and I weren't like actually super talking. I was just like kind of open-minded to like whoever, because I was in middle school. And so I was like, wow, like that is so kind. And I like really liked that. I didn't really talk to him over the summer. Then I eventually started dating him. And he was super, super nice to me. But for some reason, just like, and it's like nothing against like this kid specifically. Like I literally know that like when you're young, you're nice, and then you go through this phase of where you're just like kind of like whatever about everything. Yeah. And then you grow out of it again and you become an adult and you're like a good person. But he was super good to me, super nice. Like I loved like just like having this relationship with him. But like the longer we were together, it was like the less like interesting I felt to him. And it was like my advice to you guys is like when you start to notice that this person is not valuing you, like, is that how you say that?
Valuing you?
Value you.
Holding you to a certain value.
I don't even know. Something, make it sound intelligent.
Make it sound intelligent.
But, like, when he's not,
you mean, like, if he stops, I don't know, what are you?
Yes, the thing is, like, he wasn't even mean. He didn't do anything wrong. He never, like, disrespected me or did anything. Mm-hmm. It was just, like, at one point I could tell he really valued the relationship, and then it got to a point where I could tell he didn't. And he was kind of like mentally checked out. which by that point we'd been together for probably 6 months. And
oh, I didn't realize you dated somebody for that long before
this
Cash.
is so weird to talk about. What if this person sees that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about before we started this episode. I was like,
whatever.
I want to talk about stuff.
I have to be so irrelevant in these people's lives. Like, surely they don't even know I exist anymore. But if for some reason it makes it back to you, I'm sorry, I'm putting you on blast. You were a really nice person. No hate, all respect. But anyways, yeah, I had a boyfriend in 8th grade for like 9 months.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
Yeah.
when you talk about that guy, I didn't know it was 9 months. I thought it was like 3 weeks, maybe.
No? Oh
and
gosh,
then
no. No, I was like,
this was a real boyfriend then.
he was my first real boyfriend.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and like, aw, little Kate was so happy. But so it was weird because it was like I had met Cash. I really liked Cash, and then this is the guy that it was like I was between him and Cash.
Yeah.
And I was like, I talked to Cash like on the phone all the time, and then I went back to school. And I had, like, this guy, I had met him the year before. He was the one who gave me a hug and stuff. And then we had classes again the next year. So we went all summer without really talking. And then we met again in 8th grade.
Did you go into the beginning? Sorry, I'm like cutting you off.
No, you're good.
But this is kind of irrelevant.
I don't even know if I've ever talked about this boyfriend, like, in that much detail before. So this might be new to you guys. If it's not, sorry.
But whenever you came back the next year after it was about to be summertime and he hugged you goodbye and then you came back the next year, did you always have that feeling you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the first day of school to see like if he's in my class?
No.
Oh, you didn't have that feeling?
No.
Oh, you didn't care about him?
No, because by that point I was like already talking to Cash.
Oh,
And so
I see.
it always goes back to Cash. But yeah, so I've been talking to Cash all summer. I was head over heels in love with him. And like FaceTimed him all summer, and then I went back to class. I saw that he was in like a class of mine or two, and we talked in class, and then we started talking like on the phone and texting and stuff like that. And then I got to this point where probably about a month into school, I was like still talking to Cash, but also talking to this guy, and I was like, I really like both of them now. I see this kid every single day. I only talk to Cash on the phone. Like I can't like do the thing where I lead both of them on. And so in my 13-year-old logical brain, which this is something I would tell my 13-year-old self, like, I was like, okay, I see the guy every day in class. I'm going to pick him. Because this guy.
He's there.
Yeah, I was like, this guy is
present.
here. That's the other thing, is just because somebody is there does not mean you need to give them that time of day or attention. Like, just because they're right here physically right now.
Yeah.
And they're giving you this attention. Which, again, like, this kid was super sweet to me. So it's, like, not even, like, that he did anything wrong. It was literally just, like, I was 13.
He wasn't the person for you.
No, I was 13. I had no business even having a boyfriend at the time. But anyways, gosh, yeah. So then I basically just, like, ghosted Cash completely, cold turkey, cut him off. I, like, didn't even give him an explanation. I just stopped answering his texts. And I don't even know. You'd have to ask Cash what he thought about that, because I don't even know. But I just stopped talking to him.
A girl's not talking to me? What's wrong with her?
Yeah. And so, but this was the thing, is that this was before he went on his like rampage of like kissing a bunch of girls.
Oh.
And so it was like he was still just like,
Kate, what if you sent him on a spiral?
I think I did, honestly. It's my own fault. I have that.
Wait,
effect.
Alex, can you confirm, was Cash kissing any girls before Kate had this boyfriend?
No,
Oh,
because
Alex doesn't
I'll
know.
get to that then.
Okay.
Because I was Cash's.
Oh, Alex doesn't know this tea in your life, Kate. What were you doing at the pool that night?
This was, gosh, I didn't even tell you this. Okay, so yeah, we didn't even get to unpack everything in my life at the pool that night. Like it was a long night. But yeah, so basically I finally cut Cash off and I start dating this kid. And like I said, he was super sweet to me. Like, I would say as good as a 13-year-old boyfriend can be.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like there's not a whole lot you can do at the age of 13 to be like a good girlfriend or boyfriend.
You can't drive.
You can't do anything. You only see each other in class. Like, there's not a whole
Yeah.
lot. But he was super kind to me. And so we dated, and probably I remember we started dating at like the beginning of the school year. And then I remember it was around February, I think. I realized that he was kind of like uninterested.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't even doing anything wrong. It was just like he was not like really talking to me as much. And it's like, that was the other thing, is I should have just been like, okay, clearly you're not liking this right now. Let's just like call things off. But it was hard for me because it was my first boyfriend. I had been with him for like months by this point, like probably at least 6 months. And
did y'all tell each other you loved each other?
probably, yeah.
It makes it way more rough. Also, that's another note while we're on the topic. Don't say I love you until you are able to actively love them and like not just a, oh, I love you and I love when you do this and love when you do that. Like love them in a way that you can show them love, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing is because like I would say like I loved him to the capacity that I could love him at that age. When I was 13, it was like I loved him in the way that like a 13-year-old can love. Yeah. It was like I loved him as much as I could. Yeah. The love I had for that kid is like obviously like not even remotely comparable to the love I have for my husband now because I'm a grown adult and I'm a married person. But it's just like at the time it was like, oh, I love you and this is how I love as a 13-year-old. So I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, so we dated and then kind of felt him getting uninterested. So we ended up breaking up and we were broken up for probably like a week. And I was like distraught. I was like, oh my gosh, like I love him so much. Like I'm so sad that we broke up. Like I literally remember thinking like, oh my gosh, what if we get married one day? And then it's just like, you know, you have those thoughts when you're 13 and you have a boyfriend. And so my heart was just like shattered. And then we literally were broken up for probably like a week and a half. And we finally just like got back together. I don't know why we got back together because we got back together and he still was like not super interested in me.
I think probably, I mean, I don't know him at all, but probably like we said before, like just dating just to say you have a boyfriend or just to say you have a girlfriend. It's just for fun kind of thing.
Yeah. And we were like a couple that had been together for like 6-7 months. And we've literally, I'm not brain rot at all, but the amount of times I've heard 6-7,
honestly,
like like outside of just like a brain rot way,
especially
and now
when we went
time,
to LA. It was
no, but like it's like so casually. It was like, oh, like yeah, like 6 or 7, and it's like, well, now you got to do it. I don't know. Anyways, but we were together for probably about 6 to 7 months, and so. When we broke up, I feel like people at school were like, oh my gosh, they broke up. Like we were one of those couples that had been together for like a longer amount of time than the average couple. So it was like, I don't know, people were a little caught off guard by it. I don't know. But anyways, I remember we got back together and I was like, it still felt weird. Like I was like, I don't know why we're back together because I don't think he really cares for me anymore. Which is not bad. It literally was just like we were 13. Yeah. But yeah, and so this is so bad. I don't know if I think I've said this on the internet. I'll say it now.
I think I've said this on the internet.
But while we were back together, we were probably back together for about another 2 weeks, and then we broke up for good. But within this 2 weeks, again, like I said, he was not like super interested in the relationship. We were literally just like saying we were dating. Cash came down.
Oh, I know this story. You have said it on the internet.
Yeah. And so Cash came down, and that was when like I went to my friend's house. He was there. And me and Cash just like kind of laid together all night. Like we didn't even like kiss or anything this night. But I remember I was like
cuddling.
Yeah, I was like, man, like I have a boyfriend. I shouldn't have done that. And so I was like, okay, like yeah, we probably should just like not be together at all. And so literally within
Did you tell him that?
I never told him that I cuddled with Cash.
You're just like, actually, it's not going to work out.
Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, no, there's, whatever, it happens. I mean, surely.
It happens. It should not happen.
It should not, I should not have done that. That's like such a loser thing for me to do. But yeah, I mean, surely he's no hard feelings about it now.
You're forgiven. I think you were 13.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean 13-year-olds, you can excuse this and do it yourself.
No, like it's not excusable. I shouldn't have done it.
Kate has grown since then.
Yeah, I can like acknowledge like that was weird. Like I shouldn't have just, anyways, but. So then, like, literally within that week, me and him broke up again. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And Cash came back 2 weeks later. And that was when me and Cash had our first kiss. Yeah. And that was his first kiss was with me that night. Oh. Yeah. And so then after that, me and him kind of talked for a few weeks. And that was I remember that happened in, like, early April. So from, like, April to June, Cash and I, like, talked, like, all the time. And then that was when Cash ghosted me for, like, 6 months. And, you know.
That's crazy. No, when a girl has their first kiss, I feel like they're like attached to that person. That's crazy. And he just ghosted you.
That was the other thing is that this first like boyfriend I had, he was my first kiss, so maybe that was why I was also like so sad when he broke up with me. Even though I was like, I know it's not right. Like I know he like doesn't even really care for me anymore, and it's like I don't know how I didn't even know how I felt about him. I was like, I like him because I've been with him for the last few months, but also like
that's the thing is like we're not meant to date and break up over and over. Like that's not like God's design for us.
No, like if I could go back and tell my like 14-year-old self what to do before actually falling in love, like I would say like don't
Yeah.
Don't just like date for funsies. Like it just causes more damage. Like it just hurts you. There's so much extra drama involved. Like it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it's like in reality, like I probably could have told you within the first like few days of me dating this kid I was never gonna marry him.
Yeah.
Like I knew it.
That's why it's so important not to just date for fun and to make sure like the person that you are going to potentially date is somebody you could potentially see in the future. Not to say that like once you start dating somebody, like that's it. Like obviously like the dating phase is a phase for a reason. Like you are getting to know each other to see if they are going to be marriage material one day. But make sure you don't just jump into a dating relationship without even like a glimmer of a hope that they are possibly marriage material.
Yeah, no, it's hard to tell though, because like I feel like when you're that young, like you're still like developing your own like opinion and morals and just beliefs in the world.
Yeah, that's what I personally would tell myself, and I've gone back and forth on this. Like I want to tell my kids one day like not to date until they're out of high school, but obviously like I'm not gonna run their life. Like it's their life, and they're gonna have to make their own mistakes and stuff. But as somebody who has gone through it, and maybe I can tell y'all and it'll be helpful to y'all, or maybe you'll just be like, Kenzie, you're stupid, I'm not going to listen to you. Who knows? Whatever you want to do, it's your life. But from my personal experience, dating multiple people from the age of like 13 to 18, not beneficial at all. Yes, I learned a lot about myself, but I think I could have learned all of those things without going through those relationships, and I would have saved myself a whole lot of heartbreak. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's so weird, like even like with me and Cash, like just because we were on and off for so long before we actually started dating, I don't know, like it caused like so much hurt and trauma and pain in my life, and like I was just like so upset all the time. Like my mood and outlook on life was dictated on whether or not like me and Cash were on good terms at the moment. Like were we talking, or if we weren't talking. If we weren't talking, I was very upset. If we were talking, I was happy. Like it was so like dictated by him. So I would also just say to like my younger self, like don't let whoever you are interested in right now like dictate your mood that much. Like you need to be your own individual person without that person. Like you like it's so bad. Like we've known people that are just so codependent on.
I for sure was. Whenever, like regardless of if you're 13 or 25, I think this can happen to you. But for me personally, like within the age of like 14 to 17, I think whenever I got in a relationship, that person became my entire world. Yeah. And not that I still didn't have friends that were girls, but I definitely spent way less time with them. I was like, oh no, like I want to do whatever my boyfriend at the time is doing 24/7. I only care to talk to him. Like if he says something, I'm like, oh, that's the truth and the way and the life. Like, you know, that's it, you know? Which is so unhealthy.
Yeah. I also do feel like it was really good, like me and Cash like not dating for that like year and a half that we were just on and off or whatever. I feel like it was really good because it kind of did just like force me to after eventually it got to a point where it was like, okay, like I can't just let my life be dictated by Cash and like whether or not he wants to talk to me this week or not. And so eventually I did just kind of like develop my own like literally brain, and I was like, I am my own person. I can go hang out with my friends. I can have fun. If he wants to talk to me, he can talk to me. If not, like it's not going to ruin my mood. And as soon as I like kind of developed like my own personality and just like became my own individual, when Cash and I started dating, I was like my own person now, and I wasn't just like clung to his side in a way of like, well, now I'm officially dating Cash, like what do we do now? Like I was still like my own person, you know?
I'm so impressed that you were able to like shift your mindset and do that for yourself while you were still like in the mindset of liking Cash, because for me, when I was in a relationship, that could never have crossed my mind. If I liked somebody, it's like whatever, like shut up thoughts. It's like, what, I don't care about anything.
It just kind of,
I had to get out of a relationship and be completely single and completely focused on like myself to be able to make that transition. So
well, it was just, I don't know, it was really weird. Like I was almost like forced into that decision, because after just like a certain amount of time, it was like, okay, this is like absurd. The fact that I am just every single day waking up, and if I check my phone and he's texted me, I'm going to have a good day. If I check my phone and he didn't text me, my day is ruined. Like that was a horrible way to live, and I knew that. And I will say, the growth for me really happened actually during COVID, which is like a really weird time for that to happen, because you would think that that's when you become even more isolated. Yeah. But for some reason during COVID, when I didn't have to go to school and I didn't have to go to softball practice or anything, and it was like all day, every day, me and my friends were just hanging out. It was like, it got to a point where I was like, I'm hanging out with my friends all day, every day. Like, this is like, even though COVID was happening and the world was falling apart, and my little bubble, like, it was good. Like, it was like every day I wake up when I want to and I go hang out with my friends, and that was it. Like, it was a fun time for a 15-year-old. And so I woke up every day and it was like, am I having a good day or not? And then I realized I was like, I should be having a good day every single day, because I'm with all of my best friends. We're having the best time. Like, we're just hanging out all day. Like, I should be having fun, and I'm not. And I just had to like kind of like force myself to like stop being so emotional over what Cash was doing. And like, obviously there were still moments where I felt it, or like if he wasn't answering my text, I kind of got some anxiety over it. I was like, what is he doing right now? Like,
did any of your friends intervene at all and like come to you like with an intervention almost and say like, hey Kate, like, we know you really like Cash, but I feel like at least in this stage of life he's like kind of treating you like trash, and you should not allow someone to treat you like that?
I'm sure they did, honestly. But I'm not even exaggerating when I said I literally turned my like hearing aids off or something when they said stuff like that. Like, I do know at one point one of my best friends was like, he's messing you up, girl. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. Psst, I'll do my own thing. Like,
but that's something I wrote down that like I would tell my younger self is, if you have a friend going through any situation, not just that, but like anything, and you feel like, oh, like it's not my place to step in and like give advice in any way, I'm the same age as them, or maybe I've made the same mistakes. No, go in and give them the piece of advice that you think would help them. That is the most loving thing you can do, because maybe they've listened to no one else. Maybe they don't even listen to you, but subconsciously in the back of their mind, you've like planted a seed, and they'll start to think about it just subconsciously, and it could help them. So
yeah, I know. It's like I did have like one friend who was like, I remember she asked me, she was basically like, what's happening? Like, why are you so sad all the time? And I kind of told her everything. And she was like, you need Jesus. And she like briefly talked to me about Jesus. And that was literally like the root of my faith. Yeah. Like, I literally was like, wow, I do need Jesus. And I like found Jesus. And I
Isn't that crazy that just like one little statement can just absolutely change your life?
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Insane. I don't even know if she knows she's the one that like saved my soul. But like, but it was, I don't know. So yeah, like when you like want to tell you, like, you can't be scared to like tell your friends something, because like Kenzie said, like that piece of advice is just like so good for somebody to hear. Like, you never know when it's going to be like that piece of advice that just like sticks in their brain. Yeah.
It's like your friend, like if she was scared to come up to you and just tell you about Jesus that one time, it's like, you might not be here right now.
Yeah. Like, where would I have ended up? You know?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, we went on a rant, didn't we?
We went on a side quest of all side quests. Honestly, there's a lot of things I could tell myself, my old self, my 14-year-old self before falling in love, but I don't know.
Oh, this is a good one. I feel like it's a good one. But because I'm not even a parent yet, so I feel like this is still relevant to me. I mean, it's going to be relevant to me for the rest of my life. But this is your parents' first time living this life also. Yeah. The amount of just chaos and spirals I probably sent my parents
just
through.
Wreaked havoc on their life.
I was like, you don't understand. Like, you've never been where yes, they have. Yes, they have.
And now they're trying to deal with you.
Yes.
And they've never dealt with this before.
And it's you are chaos, and you're...
No, just like screaming at your parents.
Imagine having... This is so not the same at all. Imagine having a turtle, and that turtle can fly and can bite your toes off and burn things on fire. And you can't get rid of that turtle because you promised God you'd watch that turtle for the rest of your life. That is what your parents are dealing with. So give them some grace.
Yeah, you're a turtle.
Yes.
That's what Kenzie's
You're
saying.
a turtle that can fly and spit fire.
Yeah. Another thing, it's okay to outgrow your friends.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because
that's a good one.
Sometimes you grow and your friends don't. Is that controversial?
You could say that. or you could just say you both grow in different directions. But no, I don't think, like, especially when you get out of high school, like, you start becoming your own self, and it might be very niche. Like, you enjoy A, B, and C, and your friend enjoys A, B, and F, you know? And so now y'all are kind of, like, going different ways. It doesn't have to be a dramatic breakup. It's just like, hey, like, we were friends in that stage of life, but now we're growing apart. But I still love you, but I'm gonna love you from afar because I have these other friends. I don't think that's a horrible thing.
No, it's not bad, but you also need to be aware though, because I feel like sometimes people kind of hang around like the wrong group of people that are like holding you back in life. Because like when you fall into this just like endless cycle of like you're like, oh, I want to go do this, or I have these dreams and I'm trying to achieve this, but then these people are like doing something completely different. It's just like holding you back, you know? Like if you guys are both like chasing different things in life, like one of you is gonna suffer. Like you need to just like be like mentally mature enough to acknowledge like, okay, this person wants something that I don't, and I should just continue doing what I know is best for me.
Yeah.
And like you will lose friends, like, and throughout your entire life you're gonna make friends and lose friends, and like even if it's not some dramatic friendship breakup, you're just gonna drift away from people, and like that's okay. You're gonna meet new people, you're gonna have new friends, and like of course you're gonna have like your core just like close best friends that you've known like forever and ever, you know?
Yeah.
But it's okay, just like the casual friends that like, you know, you met freshman year, if you're not friends with them by the time you're in college, like that's okay, you know?
I would say even your core best friends, like even if you grow apart with them, that's fine too. Like I've gone through several like different stages of life that I do not talk to those people at all, and at one point they were my best friend for 3+ years, and it's like, okay, well, now we're just in different stages of life, and not that we're not friends, but we're not best friends anymore,
it's definitely kind of strange, but it's also just like a part of life, you know? Like if you think back to when you were like 5 years old, like who were your friends when you were 5? And now you're 13, like who are your friends now? Like it's just always going to be like that, you know?
I feel like we've been so deep that this is like,
I got some unserious ones I can throw out there.
This is unserious, but it's serious. Don't fall victim to cheap teeth whiteners.
What?
Did you ever use cheap teeth whiteners?
I've only ever used like the Crest 3D whitening strips.
But the cheap ones?
I use Target brand.
Okay, you might currently be a victim.
What's happening?
Or maybe I just have really bad teeth. Because I would use them, and I feel like it made my teeth like see-through because it eats away your enamel.
Oh.
And then I feel like my teeth have never been, since I was 17, I feel like I just kind of damaged my teeth. And thank goodness, like, they just got so sensitive, and I was just like, I probably should stop this, and I stopped. But if I didn't, my teeth would be so messed up.
You'd have no teeth.
I'd have no, oh my gosh, this is irrelevant too, but my cousin used to date this guy who was born without enamel. And he'd have to go to the dentist, like, once a month, and they would put stuff on his teeth, because his teeth was, like, actual chalk. So sorry if you have that problem.
That's really
But anyway,
crazy.
stay away from the cheap teeth whiteners.
I don't know. Me personally, Target brand work great.
Okay, well, just be aware.
You want to know something else? I wish somebody would have told me, because this almost sent me into a freaking like spiral, freaking a panic attack. I don't even know. But this might be a little like, I don't even know, niche. But when I was 15, I started developing, when I would get my period, I started developing cramps right here, up in my ribs.
In your ribs?
Like, I'm not even joking. Like,
wait, it's at growth pains? Because I feel like I have that.
no, not growth pains.
Okay.
But, like, if you touch your ribs and kind of just, like, right here, I, like at the top of my ribs, I started getting cramps there. And I remember one time I was in the locker room getting ready for practice, and I felt them, and I was like, what's happening? And I was, like, freaking out, and I was, like, rubbing my stomach, and I could tell, like, it was, like cramps, but I was, like,
touching myself right there hurts me right now. Don't do that.
Yeah, I was, like, I've never experienced this before. I was freaking out. I was, like, why is this happening? But it felt like cramps. They just felt like they were lifted from, like, the uterus up to the ribs. And so I was, like, freaking out, and I was, like, asking everyone. I was, like, have y'all ever had this before? Have y'all? And, like, everyone's just, like, low-key ignoring me. And finally, I was probably either a freshman or a sophomore. I don't remember. But one of the upperclassmen turned to me and she was like, yes, I get those. You're fine. It's like literally just like cramps. And I've literally gotten them ever since then.
So it's normal.
It's normal apparently, but nobody told me.
Oh.
I thought I was dying.
You know what? I've never had to experience that. And I'm sorry that you have to experience that.
It's okay.
But you know what I have experienced?
What?
A side stitch. Do you know what that is?
No.
When you're running, and I don't know if it's because like a lack of water, but you just get this pain in your side and you just want to like fall over and die.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine cramps are.
Maybe it's like different though. Like, I don't know. You know, the best way to describe it, I guess, is, you know, probably when you just eat something really bad in your
Chipotle.
stomach, probably. Yeah, Kenzie cannot eat Chipotle.
I have cramps actually once a month from Chipotle.
No, but like the closest thing to it is like when you like just literally eat something and it hurts your stomach so bad and your stomach like cramps up and you're like, I have to poop right now or I'm gonna die.
That's what it feels like?
Yeah, like pretty close.
I just feel like it can't be because I know girls will like stay home from school and I feel like if they just had to poop really bad, they wouldn't stay home from school.
No, like it's it's like it's not okay. Maybe it's just me when I like have like.
But a side stitch, I'd stay home from school for a side stitch.
Maybe that's
that
what you have to like compare it to. But I don't know, cause like it is bad enough to where it's like you can't function sometimes, which is like highly concerning. Like
well,
that's
I remember
not
being in
normal.
sports and. I guess I had no heart, but girls would be cramping and they're like, oh, I can't work out today. I'm like, oh my gosh, like Lucy can't work out today because she's cramping.
No, don't.
But now that I'm more empathetic.
Don't get it like wrong. Like there are especially teenage girls. Like I was a teenage girl once too. I know we definitely dragged it out or used it to our advantage.
Oh really? People they do that.
Yes, that's like a normal thing when you're like a teenager to just like.
Man, okay, so then I am so justified then because I used to get angry.
No, don't get me wrong. There are actually people that like have it so severe it's like they're physically ill and like cannot function.
I've had friends who are like on the bathroom floor at 25 years old throwing up. And so I'm like, okay, it has to be real. I can't be upset when I'm in 7th grade and someone sits out because they can't do laps now.
See, that's the thing is it's difficult because I am like they could have had like some sort of issues like that when they were 12 years old, but also a lot. It's just like
a lot of them overuse
it's like you definitely emphasize it like when you're just a teenager just because you can. But I don't know. I also feel like I don't know. It's confusing because like now like as an adult like like I will be so sick. I'm like. Mm-hmm. Like literally like dying. It's like I can't move. Like I'm like gotta carry myself a certain way because it hurts less. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like,
what do you do to stop that? You just take medicine, lay down on the bed.
Yeah, like medicine and a heating pad.
Does a heating pad actually help?
Yeah,
I use a heating pad when I just have a tummy ache. So I assume that helps. I am so useless when it comes to this topic. I'll provide some hysterical value, but that's about it. I'm so worried when I have like if I have girls one day, Kate and my other sisters are gonna have to just take the wheel because I'm gonna be like, well, you know, it is what it is.
You're like it happens, but it doesn't happen to me.
The first time they have a period, I'm just gonna be like, do you feel like you have to go poop really bad? Did you eat Chipotle?
Okay, great. Now we've gotten that covered.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, but it also is just like when you're in that like sort of just like pain, it makes I feel like I just become extremely irrational with my choice of words.
With your choice of words?
I almost crashed out the other day because, which this is so unfair. Pape almost got astray.
Pape? I thought you were gonna say Cash because you're with him all the time, but just. Random poor Pape?
Yes, like and he didn't even do anything wrong. You know what he did?
What?
He knocked on my green room and he said it's time to go to meet and greet.
Wait, this is during a live show? He just comes up and he's like, Kate, it's time to go meet the kids.
I opened the door because you were in there.
Yeah.
I opened the door and I like ripped the door.
I didn't know you were upset.
No, okay. It wasn't even like, it was just, I had to pee. Okay. I'm not even joking for probably about two hours straight. I'm not joking.
Can I share your business?
Just 1 second.
Okay.
And then you can. I had to pee. I'm not even joking for 2 hours straight on this show day. And this was like the show. We had like all these guests coming in, all this stuff. And I'm just like literally running around. Like I can't do anything. I finally am like, I have to pee. I'm going to lose my mind. I go to the bathroom. I shut the bathroom door. In the 30 seconds I was in there peeing, I had 3 people yell at me. I had somebody calling my phone and I had 2 people come into the room yelling my name. And I was so irritated. I was like, I just have to pee. Like, just give me 30 seconds. Just let me pee. And I like literally like, I go pee as fast as I can and I leave and then I come back and I'm like, okay, what do y'all need? And then I was doing stuff all the way up until we were going to meet and greet. And I went into the green room and I was literally about to go to the bathroom again and Pape knocks on the door and he's like, hey, Kate. I'm not even joking. This is how he says it. He goes, hey, Kate. Kate, it's time. He was overly nice about it. And I ripped the door open and I just look at him and he's like, it's time. And I was like, okay, I didn't even say anything to him. I just
gave
shut
him the meanest, dirtiest
I
look.
just shut the door because I was so mad. I was like, can I literally just not go to the bathroom?
In his face?
No, I just I looked at him and I was like, and I closed the door because I was like, I have nothing nice to say right now. So,
oh my gosh, that was funny.
But
that bathroom went through it that day. Let me tell you. I won't say what venue we were at, but it was an odd situation for me personally because every time I walked in that bathroom, some new scenario is happening. I feel like I walked in there.
I have no clue where this is going.
It was just so odd. Every time I opened that bathroom door, there was something weird happening in there. I'm so serious. Okay, I walk in the first time, and Cash is using Maverick's razor to shave his face. And I opened the door and I was like, okay, I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to shut the door. You're using my husband's razor. It's kind of odd. It is what it is. You know? Shut the door. The next time I open the door, you can cut this if you don't want me to say this, Kate. But Kate's like looking in the mirror with paper towels, scrubbing her armpits. She's like using the hand soap. And I was like, I remember this. I opened the door and I see you just looking in the mirror. And I was like, okay. And I shut the door. And I can't go to the bathroom this day. Then I opened the door again. Maverick's in there. He had the shower turned on before the show. He doesn't need to take a shower. I don't know why it's turned on. There's water all over the floor. And I have my fuzzy slippers on. And then, I literally opened the door and the water pools out onto my shoes. And I was like, gosh dang it, Maverick. Why is there water all over the floor? And he just, looks at me. He's like, I don't know what happened. And I'm like, okay. And I shut the door again. And then I'm standing in there. I'm like, all right, it's my time. I can use the bathroom now. And I go to open the door. And I hear Kate's voice. And she says, Kenzie. And I was like, Frank. And I was like, yes. And she was like, can you get me a tampon? And I was like, you're asking the wrong person. I feel like I'm worse than a guy when it comes to those things because I'm just like, oh, Rick, I don't know. And so I go over to the bag. Oh, this is a good point. You can tell people.
I should tell people this, yes.
Yes, I grab the complete wrong one. I would do that. I would grab the one I'm not supposed to. And I hand it to Kate, and then she's like, this is the wrong one. Can you get me another one? And I was like, okay. And then I go back, and I get it, and I bring it back to her. And that's when Pape comes in and is like, it's time to go. So Kate's upset because Pape's telling her to go. And I'm just like, I haven't peed in 10 hours.
I'm not even joking. You could not, I'm not joking. There was no time that day.
No, there was
none. Pee. You couldn't change your tampon. You couldn't do anything without someone yelling at you. And then you just have to be kind of respectful back when they're all yelling at you.
Yep, I did. Yeah, I went through the whole meet and greet and then half the show I went through.
What?
Before we went out, we always go out to a Taylor Swift song. And before we run out on stage, my legs are crossed and I'm just like, okay, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
Did you know there was other bathrooms?
Well, the one that Harper was in, but all her family members were in there.
But did you know there's two more?
No, I didn't.
And
I ended up using the bathroom right beside the stage because I saw it whenever I came off the stage to change my clothes. And I was like, a bathroom. And I literally sprinted in there as fast as I could.
Yeah. No.
But anyways, tell them the actual good advice.
Well, the reason, which I was also mad at this, but the reason I was like, can you hand me a different one, is because for some reason in my bag, I'm not even joking, every single tampon I brought to this venue was open.
Even the second one I handed you?
No, the one you handed me was the last one I had that was not open. And that was the only one I had the rest of the day.
I feel better because I felt so stupid when you told me that. I was like, oh my gosh, I could have killed Kate. Anyways,
oh, no. But there's a thing that you just should know, which also is something that you I don't know how I learned, but I just learned this. But if you ever have a tampon, you pull a tampon out of the box or you're about to use one or something and it's already opened, or you drop it on the floor, do not use it. Because that's how like they get like bacteria and germs on it. And when you like literally, if you're putting that inside of you, like you'll give yourself like bacteria and like you can get infections, and like infections like that will lead to like worse things that like, you know, you can get like toxic shock syndrome or whatever it is just from like the germs that these things carry. And so, yeah, just like don't use an unwrapped tampon. And yeah.
But everyone in your bag was open?
Yeah, because I guess I hadn't, these ones have just been in my bag for a while, so they've like moved around a lot. I don't know. But I had like a bunch, and I like pulled one out and I went to the bathroom, and I politely didn't crash out on Pape, and I went to the bathroom, and then I get in there and it's open, and I'm like,
I politely didn't crash out on Pape.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, Kinsey, can you hand me another one? And Kinsey brings me another one, and that one's open too. And I'm like, why is every single tampon in my bag open right now? Like, I was trying not to crash out. And then finally, the last one she brought me was fine. And that was the only one I had the rest of the day. But I survived. I made it out alive.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, man. Don't use an open tampon. It could kill you. Well, I mean, this has been real fun.
It's been a blast.
I mean, I know. Alex has loved it.
I think next time we bring Alex on and we just question Alex on his life decisions and make him speak and ask him about his hair and we can dye it a different color.
Yeah, we'll dye it pink.
Let's bring what did we call that person? Huz. We're gonna bring Alex's Huz on, and she's gonna dye his hair as we interview him.
Yes, I think it'll be great. It'll be huge. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next one. We love you.
Bye.